I don't yet even know where to start.
I've been through this.
I know many people who have suffered from this. In fact, we have all experienced this at least once, or will experience this. Furthermore, what is bullying?
It is when a person commits acts of physical or psychological violence, unintentional, in which they are repeatedly.
Anyone can suffer the act, and anyone commit them.
Several famous people claim to have through this, so today we are going to talk about two stories from some famous people who have already experienced this great nightmare.
Taylor Swift, one of the most beloved pop and country singers in recent times, she commented in an interview with Women's Health magazine that she was considered weird at high school where she studied. According to what was said, Taylor says that when she would sit with them, the other girls would simply get up and leave.
You know, when I went through this period of time when I didn't really have that many friends at school, kids would just heckle me and be like, oh, go sing that country beat. When I would go and sing a national anthem at the 76ers game, and if I knew there was going to be a write-up the next day in our local paper, I knew it was going to be a bad day at school for me.
Just feels like it's more than music now at this point. And just most days I'm like, okay, but then sometimes I'm just like, it just gets loud sometimes.
I don't think I had ever been that nervous in my life.
Once again, Taylor Swift.
They would do a write-up in the local paper, causing a not-so-fun day for me the next day at school.
My worst time of the day was when I went to go pick up Taylor at school, and I would know that things maybe hadn't been so great that day at school, and so I knew I was going to hear whatever happened. And so that was tough as a mom to hear the ostracizing that went through, literally the shunning that would take place at school, where she would sit down at a table with her lunch tray and everyone would move. As a parent, there's nothing more painful than hearing that your child is in pain. You'll take any bullet for them, but you realize that this is also something that they have to go through.
So that's when I got it in my mind that there was this magical place called Nashville where dreams come true, and Faith Hill got discovered, and I thought to myself, Nashville. Well,
Chris Martin, known for being the lead singer of the band Coldplay, he suffered physical and psychological attacks every day by a bully at his school. Until one day he bumped into his ex-colleague on the street and decided to ask him what he was doing with his life. And guess what? He wasn't doing anything. Then Chris introduced his wife Gwyneth, and the guy who bullied his as a child was completely embarrassed.
Eminem, the young rapper singer, claims to have been a victim of bullying and was unable to see in one eye for a while during the attacks and he suffered during his school days. The North American boy confessed in an interview with the program 60 Minutes that he was an easy target and that he always changed school.
You got beat up a lot as a kid.
Yeah, there was a lot of instances that I would.
You got beat up coming home from school.
Beat up in the bathroom, beat up in the hallways, shoved in the lockers, just for the most part, man, just being the new kid. Yeah, I would change schools 2-3 times a year, and that was probably the roughest part.
The roughest and most formative. He was a shy kid in tough public schools and was frequently bullied. You got beat up a lot as a kid.
Yeah, there was a lot of instances that I would.
You got beat up coming home from school.
Beat up in the bathroom, beat up in the hallways, shoved in the lockers, just for the most part, man, just being the new
Emma Watson. Known for playing Hermione Granger in the hit film Harry Potter, she left her University Brown in 2012, stating that she wanted to focus more on her acting career, but it is believed that she left due to bullying. According to her colleagues, Watson was often ridiculed in class by students talking about Gryffindor and 3 more points for her school in the film and other jokes.
When at 14, I started to be sexualized by certain elements of the media. When at 15, my girlfriends started dropping out of their beloved sports team because they didn't want to appear muscly.
Winona Ryder. Although she's a popular actress, Winona was beaten and insulted in high school by students who said she looked like a boy. The actress never denied it, as she wore an Old Salvation Army outfit.
Marina Rui Barbosa, the Brazilian woman, studied at a convent school where her classmates made fun of her freckles and her red hair. She also said that someday she would go nowadays.
Gisele Bündchen. As you can see, even the best model of all times has gone through this. According to the Brazilian, she had to listen to several jokes because she was tall and thin. The model had 3 nicknames: Saracura, Somaliana, and Olivia Palito. She was also teased about her nose, which was considered huge. In some fashion shows, other models sabotaged Gisele because they felt threatened by her, as they knew that no one would ever be like Gisele Bündchen.
I think I was not making very good decisions for my health. I think when you smoke a pack of cigarettes a day, drink 3 mocha frappuccinos for breakfast, and drink a bottle of wine a night, and don't sleep much and work every day, that's really a recipe for developing a panic attack. It's the worst thing I've ever experienced because you think you're gonna die. It was a beautiful night in New York, and I decided to get a massage to relax because my body was so tense. But then in the middle of the massage, I got up and I couldn't breathe. And then I went outside and then I couldn't breathe. I lived in the 9th floor. It crossed my mind, if I jumped, it would all be over. That moment was the change of everything. That was for me reaching the bottom. And say, you know what, I'm choosing life. I have to make some changes in my life because no one can come and save me from this.
Michael B. Jordan, the new star, was called tacky by a classmate of his, and they recently had a date with Michael comfort her.
We know each other. We go way back all the way to Chad Science in Newark, okay?
Corny kid, right?
No, I did not say that. Misquoted for sure. No, you did not hear me say. I said we used to make fun of the name. But yeah, he is obviously killing things out here.
Several famous people have suffered bullying. This is not even half of the people who have experienced or are experiencing this. Today, there are around 150 million people aged 13 to 15 who have reported being victims of bullying.
It is important to know that there are always people you can count on.
If you are experiencing this, dial the number 100 on your phone and you will receive the necessary help. The service is 24 hours a day.
Bullying is not a joke, it's a serious thing. If you do the act, there's not a grace, because the people's life made to be at risk. There are reports that depending on the situation, the victim may commit the suicide and carry lifelong trauma.
Don't do to others what you don't want them to do to you.